This opening exposition isn't terrible, but it would have been better if the movie provided this exposition within the dialogue in the movie instead. I love the fact that James Gunn included crypto in this movie. This is a well done scene of Superman flying into the title card. It shows not only how well James Gunn displays Superman flying, but also the inclusion of the score showcasing the hopeful tone that the movie is planning to display and utilize for this movie, and rightfully so.
12C. 18A.
This is a strong scene with the movie showcasing how in control Lex is, and also how obsessed he is with Superman from the very beginning.
He knows Superman's every move before he makes it.
He does. Been studying him for years.
He's developed over 2,500 fight moves for any situation.
It's funny that you keep getting all these interviews with Superman, Clark.
I don't think there's anything funny about good journalism, Lois.
Everything about this scene at the Daily Planet is good. From Ma and Pa Kent on the phone with Clark in an entertaining moment, to David's depiction of Clark Kent, to the chemistry between Jimmy, Lois, and Clark in this scene alone.
And I placed him against a cactus.
A cactus. So, torture.
No, not torture.
This is an effective scene with Lois and Clark once again showing off their chemistry in the movie depicting Lois as an unbiased reporter. It also gives the movie exposition on Superman during the interview with Lois that flows in the movie's dialogue nicely. This scene with Superman and the Justice Gang fighting the kaiju is top tier because it does a great job showing off everyone's powers while also showing how different Superman is compared to them.
I was hoping we could capture it and take it to an intergalactic zoo, or at least euthanize it less painfully.
Bro, don't be such a wuss.
The people there are simple and profoundly confused. Lord over the planet as the last son of Krypton.
Zack Snyder tried to do this with the public hating Superman and Batman vs Superman and failed. The reason that it works in this movie is because James Gunn has been building up from the beginning how Lex has been trying to get rid of Superman.
Ever since the discovery of the Kryptonians' master plan, he's gone off the deep end. Thoughts, Chris?
Can't say I'm surprised, Clevis.
Yes.
So you're just gonna let your friend rot in the pocket universe?
I gotta say, the characters are great in this movie. Starting with David Cornsweet as Clark Kent Superman, he does a great job in the role, and when he's Superman, he actually acts like a Boy Scout.
It's off balance. I've been trying to figure out a way to get it out of here alive.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
From this,
I was hoping we could capture it and take it to an intergalactic zoo, or at least euthanize it less painfully.
to this.
The DOJ has a warrant out for my arrest, so I'm gonna turn myself in.
Wait, it's a dog.
Yeah, and he's not even a very good one, but he's out there alone, and he's probably scared.
And as Clark Kent, he does a nice job displaying him as more awkward as the chemistry between him and Lois shines during each scene. And speaking of Lois, Rachel Brosnahan shines in a role as she displays her as fierce, determined, and intelligent throughout the film, and also adds to the plot in a substantial fashion. Nicholas Hoult is good as Lex Luthor as well. The movie does a great job showcasing him as a scientific genius, a master manipulator, and also why he's a credible threat to Superman because of it. The other characters in the movie are great as well. Adi Gathegi is a standout as Mr. Terrific. Skylar Gazando's stand out as Jimmy Olsen, and I like how Jimmy getting every girl is a key plot point that works for the movie. Nathan Fillion is also good as Guy Gardner and makes you look forward to future projects with him in a role. And this is why the characters of the movie are one of the highlights of the movie, and really helps the movie become even better. This scene would have been better if the camera was from Mr. Terrific's point of view rather than Lois's, mainly because it fails to show everything that is happening in the scene. Also, James Gunn is great at making the music and the score impactful in the movie as he usually does in his movies. The music simply playing in the background during the scene makes it even more entertaining to watch. Also, the overall Superman score in the movie is good, but it's not astounding. The extra music added by James Gunn makes scenes more entertaining, but there isn't a scene where the Superman score leaves you with goosebumps, like the first flight scene in Man of Steel with the Hans Zimmer score. Nevertheless, the music and the score in the movie still delivers, and it is still good.
Kill him, he's still weak!
My problem with this scene is the fact that none of these henchmen thought to call Lex. I mean, if Lex was called, they more than likely wouldn't have escaped. I will say, this movie delivers when it comes to the editing and the visual effects. The visual effects blend seamlessly and enhance the visuals throughout the movie, whether it was during the action scenes or just in how good the CGI characters look throughout the film. And when it comes to the tone and the pacing of the movie, those also delivered as well. There was criticism from people concerning the pacing, but I never felt there was a problem with the pacing in the movie. To me, the movie flowed smoothly throughout, and I never felt it actually dragged. The tone of the movie also does a nice job staying consistent throughout the film and allowing for all the comedic lines to flow smoothly. And this is why the editing delivers throughout the movie. James Gunn doesn't try to do too many things at once, and the visual effects enhance and makes the movie more visually enjoyable.
Your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are.
This is a well done emotional scene between Clark and his dad, and him reminding Clark what makes him who he is.
I'm on the alien narrative.
7R.
The action scenes in this movie have been top tier. James Gunn does a nice job displaying entertaining scenes that showcases everyone's powers and also without numerous cuts. The action scenes are definitely one of the elements that make the movie entertaining and even more enjoyable, and James Gunn's camera work helps adds to that.
Why's that?
Because I called in some friends.
I get why Metamorpho is helping with this conflict, but why is Green Lantern and Hawkgirl helping? They were definitely uninterested in helping Superman last time they were on screen. I mean, why not confront Luthor about the rift? And this also brings up the question of what their jurisdiction actually is, if they even have one. And if they don't have one, why didn't they stop the conflict the first time instead of Superman? And even if them seeing the people on the screen chanting for Superman as a reason to help, I still don't understand how this was a bigger priority than the rift. And speaking of the rift, why is it suddenly forgotten about? Shouldn't the Earth be destroyed by now?
No! No, 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 no!
The payoff with Krypto helping Superman is nice. The directing from James Gunn and the cinematography from Henry Braham is another highlight in the movie. The cinematography shines throughout the film as Henry Braham does a strong job utilizing creative camera work and lighting throughout the entire film, making scenes look more visually stunning and appealing. And the directing from James Gunn does a great job making the action scenes more memorable and engaging with the camera work, while also doing a good job arranging visual information within the camera frame and controlling the narrative during each scene. Like this scene with Superman talking to Lois and the Justice Gang fighting in the background. And this is why the directing and the cinematography is one of the highlights of the movie and really help enhance the entire film visually.
This ain't playtime. Quit messing around. We have to get the Luthor to stop the rift.
Did Mr. Terrific wait until Superman was done with this fight to go to Luthor to stop the rift? I mean, was he not more than capable of confronting Luthor on his own? This is an entertaining moment with Krypto beating Lex like the Hulk did to Loki in the Avengers movie. The plot and the story to Superman is good for the most part, but it's not perfect. The movie does well setting up Lex Luthor as a formidable foe with his plan to kill Superman, including in other metahumans that make sense for the plot of the movie, while also building up a Boy Scout Superman that's hopeful.
You must rest.
No can do, 4. I gotta get back to the fray.
A couple of things that hinder the plot and the story, though, is the fact that none of the henchmen called Lex when Mr. Terrific and Lois showed up and Superman was escaping, which could have stopped the escape. Or the Justice Gang's inability to confront Lex without Superman, and the rift taking forever to destroy the Earth while Superman had time to beat his clone, the Engineer, and confront Lex. Nevertheless, the plot and the story is still good as the movie successfully displays an entertaining story for Superman.
Everything you see, seeing for the first time.
This is a good scene showing Clark choosing to adopt his Earth parents' ideology rather than his Kryptonian parents. James Gunn's Superman provides a fresh and enthusiastic start to the new DCU as he perfectly captures the essence of Superman. The movie delivers in all aspects from the actors to the visual effects to the action scenes. James Gunn created a story for Superman ironically with the elements from Zack Snyder's Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, and actually made them work in the movie. Whether it was Superman being arrested, the public turning on Superman, Lex wanting government approval to take down Superman, or Superman doubting his purpose. But what makes this story different from Zack Snyder's and David S. Goyer's is how hopeful Superman is throughout the movie, and even when he starts to doubt himself in the movie, the people he cares about are right there to remind him who he is. James Gunn creates a perfect start to the DCU story-wise, and tonally, as Superman ends up being enjoyable and good enough to watch multiple times.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
Don't worry. Tall, dark, and Martian isn't my type.